I'm excited to announce another win in our movement to eliminate wokeness in corporate America. You might remember this guy, James Farley. He is the CEO at Ford Motor Company. However, he is also on the board of Harley Davidson, a company that we focused our efforts on for a very long time and flipped on many woke policies. On the board of Ford is CEO John May of John Deere, who we also changed on policy. James here is acutely aware of exactly what we're doing. In the process of creating a story about Ford's embrace of corporate wokeness, we've been poking around Ford Motor Company's employee LinkedIn pages. But wouldn't you know it, before we were able to put a story out, we received this email from an anonymous source this morning that apparently was sent throughout the corporation. Here's what it says. We'll start with this. Ford admits that the environment right now related to political and social issues continues to evolve. That's corporate speak for this stuff we were doing in the past is not going to be acceptable anymore. In the past year, we've taken a fresh look at policies and practices to ensure that they support our values, drive business results, and take into account the current landscape. Here's what you should know. In an extremely wise move, Ford says here that essentially they're going to stop talking about the polarizing issues of the day and stick to the core business. They also say here they will no longer be using supplier diversity quotas or dealership diversity quotas. Based on this, it appears they're going to refocus on merit. Being totally candid, this part about ERGs seems to be some fluff. Honestly, I don't believe they're really changing much with the ERGs, but they're essentially saying ERGs are open to all employees. If you divide them on identity politics lines, they're still useless and divisive. Nobody needs a club for what kind of sex they like at work. It's just weird, okay? I don't care if you're gay or straight. This part here just seems like clever corporate language to say we are not funding pride parades without explicitly saying it because they don't want to make certain people angry. But it says here, we will direct our philanthropic efforts to areas where we can make the biggest positive difference for the most people, including education for the future of work, entrepreneurship, and essential services, such as our support of and volunteer work with Team Rubicon, the veteran-led group dedicated to disaster recovery. And now my favorite part. They are leaving the HRC. They will no longer be taking part in the HRC's Corporate Equality Index woke social credit system. This social credit system, called the Corporate Equality Index, is one of the #1 reasons that corporations have gone woke. Removing yourselves from it, especially when that organization is explicitly political, is a fantastic move for every corporation. Every company should do this, because at the end of the day, the HRC is not aligned with core customers if you have even one conservative customer walking through your door. The letter ends with this note from the CEO. Issues and events around the world evoke strong emotions and affect us as individuals in different ways. And while we may have differences of opinion, we can treat each other with respect and civility, recognizing how much we have in common as colleagues and friends. This sounds to me like a company embracing neutrality. However, I want everybody to know we are eagle-eyed about these companies. We have sources inside every company we expose, and we will continue to watch them. If any of these companies step out of line and do something crazy, we will report on it, and it will be far worse than the first time. If you love the work we're doing to expose wokeness in corporate America and eliminate it, you can support our research by subscribing on my X page for $5 a month. That helps fund our researchers so we can continue to stop wokeness in corporate America. Last thing, if you're a corporate executive watching, what is it that we want? This movement wants something very simple: neutrality and sanity in the workplace again. Social political issues that divide people and identity politics do not belong in the workplace. It has done nothing but divide people, and it is not making you money. It is going to lose you money. Do not wait for me to come for you. I do not want to go and expose every company, but if I have to, I will. This is within your control. Do the right thing for your company. Cut out the wokeness. No more woke programs, no more woke trainings, no more funding social political events, no more pushing a far-left ideology. It is time to inject sanity and neutrality into the workplace, period. It is very simple. That means no pride events, no supporting men dressing up as women and dancing for children, no more supporting children transitioning with sex changes, no more pushing politics or social issues, period, at work. Unless it is something unifying, don't do it. It's very simple. That should be the rule going forward. Does this unify everybody of all political factions? Is everybody able to get on the same page with this? If so, probably a good thing. If not, don't do it. Very simple. Those are the rules going forward. The other reality for corporate executives is our movement has legs. Companies are doing this, massive companies, because they understand exactly what has occurred over the past couple of months. Our movement is growing into a behemoth. You cannot stop us. We will inject sanity back into corporate America. The question for you as an executive is whether you want to do that the easy way or the hard way. So who do y'all think is next?